Hi, Raj here from Trading College, just running over my usual weekend newsletter at the end of the week. And we had a bit of a resurgence towards the end of the week, haven't we? As you can see, crude oil here up 1.83%. And you can see this is the kind of action we really need, hopefully, to see if we can get another rollover to the downside. So we're pretty much negative. You can see our storyteller indicator is still under the zero line, making lower highs, lower lows, and below the moving averages. We've got this new trend predictor, so we've got to see if this closes like this at the end of the day. If so, we can look for a couple of shorts at the beginning of next week, but it really could be, the end of this down move as well. So we have to be very, very careful. And the reason why I'm saying that is just looking at some of the other commodities and also some of the other indices and seeing how it's all gone. So that's crude oil. Let's go look at Nat Gas as well, because that's also been very, very interesting. Natural gas also pushing up quite high now. We are getting into nearly positive momentum trigger territory. We are green on our PTS, but we haven't quite broken those moving averages, and we haven't made a higher low. So we can't say we're back in this uptrend just yet. It would be nice to see a good uptrend like this one was earlier. Between March and June. That was a really, really good uptrend. Hopefully we can see something like that again in the future. So what I was saying was about stocks. You can see just from this here, we looks like we could have a base formation, but the way we're really going to know that is if this level here gets taken out. So let me just draw that in for you. So around there, about 3,912, and then maybe a push through 4,000. That would be the real confirmation, because we're about to get a new momentum trigger here. And if we are looking at kind of some trend line breaks, we have got a potential, good 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 touch trend line here that could break to the upside. So that could be statistically significant to see if that can happen. So keep an eye on that during next week as well. But really for me, it's this price level, because then we would make a higher low, higher high. And that would be the first time in months, really since we've broken down in January, really 2022. So for the whole of this year, this could be maybe the first solid higher low formation, other than this one. But you can see that this one didn't really carry, so it wasn't really great. I was actually long in this one as well, and it was a failed trade. So we'll see how this one goes from here. Away from that as well, we should just look at some of the major currencies. Euro dollar still been capitulating, although we're having one up day. Really, that's a 45-degree angle to the downside chart. GBPUSD is pretty much the same. A lot of the majors are doing this, because obviously the dollar strength has just been relentless. I mean, if we look at the dollar index, look at that. That has been a really, really crazy strong chart. So a lot of the moves in FX are really much overextended. So that's why we've been looking at commodities and stocks a little bit more. Just choose your battles. There's no point, unless you're trading the lower time frames, that is, there's no point really trying to trade these markets when they're so overextended, when you can just look for some good positions in oil, in natural gas, even gold and silver. Gold and silver have been pretty short as well. Let's just go and have a quick look at that. Gold, you can see, has made this move to the downside. We don't know if we're really finished with that yet. We're nearly at the consolidation low there at 1,667. We need to see if that gets tested, that support level gets tested. The silver, on the other hand, that did really break. That broke most levels on the downside, and we're in uncharted territory. We're in territory here, that's broken those consolidation lows, and that's been at those lows for a while. So we need to see when we start seeing signs of a slowdown of this risk off sentiment, and maybe get some risk on sentiment on the table. So that could be next week. We need to see what happens in stocks next week. Keep an eye on that. But really, the main one that's giving us an opportunity for the daily charts into the 1 hourly charts, or daily charts into half hourly charts, is this one, to see if it continues to roll over to the downside, and we'll have a look at that for next week. So if you've got any questions about any of the videos or anything that we're doing at the moment, please get in touch. There's always those free courses online as well on our website, tradingcollege.co.uk. So have a look at them, sign up to one of our webinars, or have a look at some of our content online. We've got the podcast as well on Spotify and iTunes and all that. So that's called Wham Bam Trading Plan. That's always up there. It's got some really good topics for you guys to sink your teeth into. YouTube channel, Instagram, Twitter, we're all over everything. Facebook as well. So just if you've got any questions, just contact us via one of those mediums, you know, and let us know. If you want it specifically from me, just ask for Raj. But other than that, we'll speak soon.